We're going to divide polynomials, but first we're going to go back to old school division. The first thing we did was said, how many times does 2 go into 5? And we said 2 times. So the first thing we did was we divided. Then we multiplied. 2 times 2 is 4. Then we would subtract, and then we would bring down. And then we do it again. 2 goes into 16 8 times. 8 times 2 is 16, so we multiplied. We subtract. We bring down. 2 goes into 4 twice. 2 times 2 is 4, so we multiply. We subtract. And we bring down. We divide. We multiply. We subtract. So in this case, we have 2,821 with the remainder of 1. As we went through our years, we would say our answer was 2,821 with the remainder of 1 over 2. So you'll see it both ways. Remember, this is the pattern we're going to go. So let's do. I have to make sure every degree is counted for. 4x to the third minus 8x squared plus 4x plus 6 divided by 2x minus 1. And every degree is accounted for. It goes degree 3, degree 2, degree 1, degree 0. All right, so our pattern. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to divide. So we're going to take this term and divide it by this term. So I'm going to do it off to the side. 4x to the third divided by 2x equals 2x squared. So we'll put 2x squared right here. Then we're going to multiply. So I'm going to multiply by distributing. 2 times 2 is 4, x to the third minus 2x squared. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to subtract. When I subtract, that means I change the sign of each term. That cancels, and I get negative 6x squared. Then I bring down. So I'm going to bring down the plus 4x to the first. So I'm going to divide. I'm going to take negative 6x squared, and I'm going to divide it by 2x. So I'm dividing it by this piece. That gives me negative 3 and an x. So I'll put negative 3x on the top, and I'll distribute. Negative 6x squared. Negative times a negative is a positive 3x. I'm going to subtract, and that means I change the sign of each. That will cancel, and I'm left with 1x. Then I bring down. So I'm going to divide. 1x divided by 2x gives me 1/2, so we'll put plus 1/2. I'll multiply. 1/2 times 2x is 1x minus 1/2. I'll subtract, and I'm left with 6 1/2. There's my remainder. Let's do one more together. Every degree has to be accounted for. So I have a degree 3, a degree 2. I don't have a degree 1, so I'm going to put a 0x minus 150. I have to do the same thing on the outside. Degree 2, degree 1, and a constant. So divide. 3x to the third, x squared, leaves me 3x. Distribute. 3x to the third plus 0x squared minus 12x. subtract, change the sign of each. That cancels, negative 2x squared plus 12x, and bring down. So I'm going to divide. Negative 2x squared divided by x squared, so that gives me negative 2. So I'm going to put a negative 2 at the top, and I'm going to distribute. Negative 2x squared minus 0x plus 8. I'm going to subtract, so I change the sign of each. So I have 12x minus 158. This is my remainder. I can also write my answer as 3x minus 2 with plus 12x minus 150 over the divisor of x squared minus 4. Just read your directions to see what your solution should be.